Hey, you no-good, grubby little leech. I want to know just how long you plan on surviving off of all my dad's hard work. Don't you realize we'd all be so much happier if you just got out of our lives? I haven't heard from you in so long, and this is the way you break the silence? I feel like you've been completely ignoring me around the house as well, you know. I really don't know what's gotten into you, but I'm starting to get a bit sick of it. I mean, you're not even cooking the meals that I'm making for you anymore. And just who do you think you are talking to me as if you're my real mom, huh? You really need to remember your place in this family, you parasite. I'm sorry that you don't like the way I worded things, but I don't see how anything I said was false. I don't care what's true and what's false. I just know that I want you out of our lives. I really don't understand. Why are you coming to me and saying all of this all of a sudden? It's not so sudden for me. I know that my dad and I are going to be just fine on our own. We don't need some outsider leeching off of my family's wealth anymore. I'm sorry you feel this way about me, but maybe you should talk about these feelings with your father first. Then maybe we could all talk about this together with each other. Maybe your dad would even agree to move out and take you somewhere. And just why would my dad have to do something like that, huh? It's his house. If anyone should have to leave, it should be you. I really think that you should talk to your father about this before we carry on with this talk. Besides, I make $100,000 a year. What am I leeching off of anyone? I think you just want me out of the house is all. But what I don't get is what you think you're going to gain by doing so. What am I going to gain? Well, that should be obvious. I'll finally be ridding my family of a disgusting parasite that's been living off of us for years. Even Dad is getting sick of having you around. He's always talking about how he has to work all day, but you always spend all of his money. Meanwhile, you hardly leave anything for him to spend on himself. Did your dad really say that? Even about him having to work every day? Well, it's true, isn't it? You're always coming and going to and from the house whenever you want, but Dad only ever goes to work and comes home, and that's all he has time for. And it's all your fault. You keep a short leash and don't let him live his life the way he wants. I hate what you're doing to him. Tina, I really think that you need to get a grip and reassess the situation. And I don't say that for my sake, but for yours, okay? Just what do you know, huh? Don't pretend as if you know what I want. I know that you're a selfish woman who only ever does things for herself. That's why I want you out of our lives forever. I am trying to tell you that you're making a mistake here. You really need to go and talk to your dad about this. He can explain it all. Let me go and talk to him for a moment, and then I'll come back to you, okay? Can you please just give it a rest already with what you say to Tina?
What the heck are you talking about? I don't really care, but can you lend me some money? I'm almost through my budget for the month, and I need more. Come on. You know that you don't give me enough anyways. Just give me a little more.
You want even more money? What happened to all that I gave you already? How did you spend it all so quickly? Anyways, we're going to be talking about money after I say what I came here to say. You need to have a real conversation with your daughter and tell her the truth about what's going on. The more you put that off, the worse my relationship gets with her. I am tired of her talking down to me, insulting me, and treating me like an idiot because of you, Todd. I am seriously starting to reach my limit. Do you understand me?
I don't know what you want me to do. She's your daughter now, too, you know. Go be a good mom and learn how to control your children better.
Control her? Todd, she's already 17 years old. This isn't about controlling her, it's about giving her the information she needs to make her own decisions about life. You have to stop lying to her and telling her false information. She blames me for every single problem we have. It isn't fair that I should be the one taking all of the heat because you don't want to step up and tell her the truth. All of this would be solved if you weren't such a coward.
I will talk to Tina about my life when I'm good and ready to. Okay?
No, not when you're ready to. Now. You've been saying, when I'm ready, for years now. Don't you realize how this is affecting us as a whole family?
Yeah, of course. I know all that. And if you just give me a little more money, I'll really think about saying something. I promise. Now come on. I'm seriously down to my last few dollars. You've got to give me something.
You really are just the worst. Do you realize that, Todd? Hey there, Anna. I see that you've left for the day. You know that you don't need to bother coming back home ever, right? And just what is that supposed to mean? And since when did you start calling me by my first name? I mean that if you're already out of the house, you should stay out. All you do is make things worse, so just keep away. If you have something you want to say to me, why don't you just come out and say it? Well, I actually sent off the divorce papers for you and Dad. That means that you and him don't need to live together anymore. Dad and I are going to live together, and you'll have to go and figure out your own life. So you really did send the divorce papers for your father and I? And just how did you manage to get away with doing something like that? Well, you probably had no idea about this, but Dad had already printed out the divorce papers and kept them in his desk. I happened to see where he put them one day when he tried to hide them from me, and so I dug them out while he was away. I saw that he had already signed his name all where it needed to be. I really do need to thank Dad for being so prepared. So then you sent out divorce papers that your dad had already signed without telling either of us? I have to say that I am shocked at you. And since you don't even have a job, you probably won't be able to find a place to live now, too. I warned you that you should do a little more research into this before acting, but are you sure you really want me out of the house? Of course I am! This is what I've been waiting for forever! I feel like I'm having a dream come true! I'm finally getting to squash the horrible leech that's been on the side of my family for years. I feel at ease. It's like a great burden has been lifted off of our shoulders and the sun has come out after a rainy day. Just the thought of you being cold and homeless on the street is bringing me so much joy! Well, if this is what you really want, good luck, I guess. The one who's going to need luck is you! Whatever you say. I guess I'll take my leave from the house then. But I just have one last thing that I think you should know before I leave. And what last pathetic words do you have to say to me? I'm not the one who doesn't have a job. That would be your father. Wait, what is that supposed to mean? I mean that you said your father told you that he goes to work every day. That's a lie. All he does is spend his days at the casino wasting our money. Wait a second, you expect me to believe that? That's just ridiculous. Why would Dad lie to me about working? And why would he be spending all day gambling? I suppose this really is the first you're hearing about all of this then. But it's true. I'm afraid that everything your father said about me was just to protect his own reputation in your eyes, Tina. I don't get what you mean. This doesn't make any sense. Why would he need to worry about his reputation with me? I don't know. You should ask what he would have to gain by belittling me in front of you like he has been. He wanted you to take his side in everything. And you fell for it like a sucker. You defended him no matter what I tried to say, and you believed every lie he told you about me. No, this doesn't make any sense. You better start explaining yourself right this moment. In that case, one other thing you should know is that no matter how much your father put me down, he never wanted to throw me out of the house. And yet little did he know that he was pushing you to do just that to me with all of his lies about me being jobless. No, this can't be right. You're just trying to lie to me because you realize that you're getting kicked out. Well, I'm not listening. You're just some crazy old jealous loser. You can believe me or not. It won't really make any difference. But the truth is that I was giving your father money every month. He hasn't made his money in a long time, and yet you listened to everything he had to say about me. You really don't know when to stop all this, do you? I already said that I'm not listening to a word that you have to say anymore. Again, you are more than welcome to ignore all that I'm saying, but quite frankly, I've had enough of you two as well. But soon you'll be an adult, and you'll have to take responsibility for taking care of yourself. And then you'll have to choose whether to keep living with your father or go out on your own. I've actually learned how to take care of myself for a while now. We don't need you in our life anymore, so just beat it. Well, okay. But you do realize that if I leave, that means I won't be supporting you or your father anymore, right? There you go again, making up more lies. What support have you ever given? You really think that I'm going to fall for that? You act like you've given Dad and I everything when all you've done is taken. I know you're lying, so just stop it already. I'm not trying to upset you, Tina. I really am just trying to warn you. I just hope you don't regret what you're doing. Just shut up already, you old hag! Don't pretend like you're all that when you're really nothing! I never, ever want to see you again. You were never my mother, and I'm glad you're gone. Don't ever think of me as your daughter again. As of today, you're nothing to me. We are complete strangers. Okay then, I understand. I am not your mother, and you are not my daughter. Now, please don't come to me for anything else. Hey! Pick up the phone when I'm calling you, you stupid old witch! Can't you tell that your daughter is panicked? I'm sorry, but I'm in the middle of work right now. Besides, I thought that you said you were going to stop calling me. But you were telling the truth about everything! I know that. What of it? Well, so now I finally know that you were! Please, you have to come back home to us! Dad is so mad all the time. I need your help! I really have no idea what you're talking about. Besides, I don't even have a daughter. What do you mean? How can you say that? I didn't. You did. You told me to never think of you as my daughter again. So I'm sorry that you're having a rough time right now, lady, but that doesn't have anything to do with me. Anyways, goodbye. Hold on a second! Is this supposed to be some kind of joke? I'm your daughter! You can't just walk away from me! I'm sorry, but I've already told you that I don't have a daughter. We're just strangers to each other, remember? Wait, no, you're not really going to abandon me, are you? I didn't know Dad doesn't make any more. And he's so mad at me for sending the divorce papers. He's so scary and angry all the time now. I don't understand what happened. So I guess you finally understand the kind of man your father is now. What do you mean by that? I mean that I was always trying to protect you from him, but maybe that was my mistake. Because he took advantage of that and lied to you about me instead. But I had no idea he was that kind of person. I thought that my dad was kind and sweet, and what should I do now? He doesn't have money, he doesn't work, he doesn't do anything but gamble and drink. I suppose you'd better find a job and start working then. But I'm still in high school! I could only work a part-time job at best, and I have no idea how I'm supposed to go to college at this rate. Yeah, and to think you wouldn't have had to take out any loans if I was still around. What do you mean? You're not going to send me to college either? Well, I had a whole college fund saved up for my daughter, but since we're no longer family, I'm afraid that I can't pass that on to you. So I'm afraid the only option left for you now is to work for your money. Mom, please, you have to help me! Please don't call me Mom. I already told you that I don't have any children. You and I are nothing to each other now, and I owe you nothing. You wanted it this way despite my attempts to warn you, and now you need to take responsibility. You're almost 18, so consider this your first real life lesson. But I had no idea that Dad was lying to me! This isn't fair! How was I supposed to know that you were making all the money in our house? I tried to tell you the truth over and over again, but you just refused to listen to me. Well, then can I at least come and live with you? I hate living with Dad. He's so scary all the time. I'm so sorry for everything that I said to you. I'm afraid that I have a policy against letting strangers stay in my house. Besides, how do I know that you won't just fall into your old ways of looking down on me and insulting me all the time? But I need your help! I don't know what else to do! Well then, take your first step as an adult and figure out what to do. Good luck, stranger! In the end, Tina realized that I was only ever trying to tell her the truth, and that it was her father who was lying to her this whole time. It was quite a shock for her to realize this, and she fell into a deep depression afterwards. Shocked by learning about her father's true nature and forced to start working to take care of herself, Tina ended up dropping out of high school and working to sustain herself and her father. She tried to message me asking for help, but I had already blocked her on everything by then. I do plan on stepping in to help her eventually, but if I'm going to pour all my money and heart into raising her, I think Tina needs to learn some lessons about the real world before I put her back on track.
Hey there, Tiffany. Are you all set to roll out the red carpet for Your Majesty? It's been ages, hasn't it? Guess what? The Queen has officially landed. My back is literally killing me after that one hell of a flight. Time to get on your knees and pay homage to me, the mighty ruler.
Wait, what? Kathleen? What's going on? Are you planning to come over to my place?
Of course, you stupid mule. Is this how you dare to address your esteemed mother-in-law? It's your duty to welcome me with open arms and lay out the red carpet, not to spew mindless questions like this.
All right, I understand, but I'm curious. Why are you suddenly planning to visit my house? It's been so many years since you've done that. It's almost like you've vanished completely during all this time.
Hey, what's with the attitude? Can't I swing by your place to visit my granddaughter, Lily, and my son, Eden? Who do you think you are to stop me from seeing my own family? You want me to take you to court for keeping us apart? No time to waste. I'm heading over to your spot. And I better be treated like royalty when I get there.
But you haven't bothered to call or text me in the past 3 years to ask about Lily or the rest of the family. So, why the sudden interest in visiting my house now? Did something unexpected happen?
What's your problem, you moron? I'm Eden's mother, which means I can come and go as I please. You're nothing but a lowly maid, so don't you dare think you have any say in what I can or cannot do. Listen up, because I spell it out for you one. Hoping it'll penetrate that thick skull of yours. I'm coming to your house, and I'm not just talking about a measly 2 or 3 day visit. Oh no, far from it. I'm talking about a long-term stay, as in permanently. So you better start getting used to the idea. Got it?
Wait, hold on a second. Are you seriously saying that? You're planning to stay with my family at my house permanently? Honestly, that completely caught me off guard.
Oh, you got it. Once I step foot in your house and settle in, I better be treated like royalty. No exceptions. You know what that entails? It means I demand the biggest room in the house. 3 square meals delivered right to my room, afternoon snacks at 3 p.m. like clockwork, in-house spa treatments, and much more. Oh, another thing, make sure you get the best quality mattress or else I'll blame you for my back pain. Got it?
But I haven't said that you can live with us. Eden hasn't told me anything, so I'm pretty sure he hasn't given his permission either.
Why on earth do I even need your permission? My son already agreed to it. The queen gets what the queen wants. No ifs, ands, or buts. So quit lazing around and start prepping for my grand entrance. Your Majesty is making her triumphant return to claim her throne.
What on earth are you talking about, Kathleen? Do you honestly believe you can waltz in out of nowhere and demand such extravagant treatment? And let me ask you this. Do you have any plans to contribute anything? Or are you simply planning to sit back and expect everyone to enable your lazy lifestyle?
Are you seriously asking your Majesty to contribute? And let's get one thing straight. Don't even think about using my real name. From this moment on, address me as Her Highness. Got it? After all, I am the queen, the matriarch of this household. So it's only fitting that you refer to me as Her Highness. Now, get it right when you speak to me. You disrespectful swine. By now, you should realize that we're not on the same social level.
Kathleen, you're completely delusional. You are not my highness, and if you continue behaving like this, I won't even acknowledge you as my mother-in-law.
Oh, what did you just say? You want to challenge me, huh? Well, I'll make sure my son kicks both you and your worthless daughter out of this house. Let me enlighten your tiny brain. I am the mother of your husband, the supreme ruler of this household, and whatever I say goes. If I want you to do something, you better do it without a single question, got it?
Hold on a second. Who exactly crowned you as the owner of this household? Or did you just take it upon yourself to make that declaration?
Wow. Are you genuinely that dumb? Is your brain made out of jelly or something? You don't even have the slightest clue who you're talking to, do you? You're really pushing your queen's buttons, and I won't put up with this disrespectful and rude behavior any longer. Furthermore, let me make it crystal clear. I demand my own personal assistants, chauffeurs, private chefs, and any other personal services you can possibly imagine to cater to my every whim. I intend to spend my retirement years in absolute luxury and bliss, without a single burden weighing me down.
Retirement? But wait a minute. You never actually worked a day in your life. From what I recall, you solely relied on your husband's paycheck and never bothered to step out and earn a living yourself. And after he passed away, you sold the house and vanished without a trace for 3 long years. Eden and everyone else made countless attempts to reach out to you, but you were nowhere to be found. It's as if you completely disappeared from our lives.
And now, behold, mortals! I've made my grand return! Surprise! Remember how down in the dumps I was after I said goodbye to my husband's pathetic existence? It hit me hard, and I was a total mess, like, completely lost my way. That's why I decided to take this soul-searching journey, you know? Gotta find myself again and rediscover that inner peace. But check it out! I've had a major breakthrough. Starting now, it's all about me, myself, and I. I'm putting my own needs and desires front and center, leaving everyone else in the dust. Yup, I'm a whole new version of myself. Guys, time to live life on my own terms.
Okay, I totally understand that you're all about living for yourself now, but that doesn't give you the right to treat your own family like servants. Expecting them to pamper you like a little baby. You've got to realize that life doesn't work on that way. You can't just expect kindness and favors without giving anything in return. It doesn't come for free, you know?
Stop your meddling, insignificant one, while your dear mother-in-law graces you with her presence. Get ready to witness the grand return. Yours truly, here to claim my rightful throne. Once I set foot in your humble abode, I expect everyone to treat me like royalty. No exceptions, got it? So, without wasting any more time, I'll be moving in. And I won't tolerate any feeble attempts to deny my majestic presence. Now, it's time to get down to business. I want every nook and cranny of this house meticulously cleaned to meet my impeccably high standards. Sparkling cleanliness is the name of the game. Oh, and by the way, Your Majesty despises waiting. So, you better hustle your lazy self and complete the task with lightning speed. Time is ticking, you sluggish fool. Tiffany, listen up. I'm already at the train station, and it's about time you come here and fetch your Royal Highness. I've got a bunch of stuff to lug around, and I have no clue how to navigate my way from this blasted train station. I can't believe you had the audacity to make your dear old mother-in-law take a train instead of personally chauffeuring me from the airport. Seriously? I'm the freaking queen, damn it! I deserve way better treatment than this. Get your act together and show some respect.
Oh, wait a minute. You're actually at the train station? Please tell me you're being serious about wanting to come and live with my family.
Oh, what a delightful display of ignorance. You think I have all this extra time to play around and joke with you? No way. I'm dead serious about this. So, get yourself over here and pick me up right now. No time to waste. You'd better do as Eden says, or else he'll hate you and dump you like yesterday's trash.
But Eden told me that he never said it was okay to let you move in. He says that he already told you you couldn't move in with us. This is my house as well as his, and I won't agree to living with you.
Why not? Why does it matter so much whether one more person is living in your house or not? You married my son. You should be the one taking care of me. Honestly, I have no idea why Eden would want to marry a woman like you. He's so honest and gentle. But you're so rude and arrogant. Oh, and guess what? I totally forgot to mention it earlier, but I've already shipped all my stuff to your place. They should have arrived by now. Surprise!
Wait, hold on a second. Would you do that even without letting me know beforehand? I can't believe you went ahead and did it.
Oh, how amusing. Have you conveniently forgotten who I am? I am the almighty queen, and I do as I please, whenever I please. As for you, my dear servant, your sole purpose is to satisfy my every whim and desire. So, keep that in mind, alright? Here's another important tidbit for you to remember. Do not lay a finger on my boxes or attempt to open them without my explicit consent. They contain my personal belongings, and they must remain unharmed until my arrival. Clear? Let me make this perfectly clear. If you dare to touch or tamper with my precious possessions, I won't hesitate to call the authorities and accuse you of thievery. Consider yourself warned.
And Kathleen, I believe there's a major misunderstanding going on in here. Just to clarify, I never agreed to let you move into my house in the first place. Remember that?
Hold on a second. Who said I need your permission to move in, huh? Let me remind you of something. I am the Royal Highness, the most important person in this family, and I call the shots around here. So, why on earth would I need to ask for your permission to move in? Stop spouting nonsense and understand your place as an inferior servant. If you manage to behave yourself, I might consider granting you the privilege of staying at my house and taking care of all the mundane chores on my behalf. Consider it a generous opportunity granted by me.
Excuse me, but let's get one thing straight. It's my house, not yours. Who do you think you are to grant or deny my permission to stay?
Nuh-uh. No sassy comebacks for your highness. Looks like my kid's been pampering you too much, huh? But don't fret. The queen is stepping in to bring some discipline back to this place. Gotta make sure you remember your role and act more like the little servant you are. Alrighty, no more dilly-dallying. Tell Eden to come grab His Royal Highness. I ain't got time to wait, okay? Hey, Tiffany! What's the deal? Can't believe nobody bothered to show up and lend me a hand. Do you think I'm some kind of joke or what? You're aware that I've been stuck here at this dumb train station for a freaking eternity? Did you purposely ignore all my calls, huh? Quit dragging your sorry excuse for an ass and haul it over here. ASAP! Oh, and just a little friendly reminder. I don't want just you or Eden to grace me with your presence. I want both of you losers to come and give me a damn royal welcome. Got it?
Oh, Kathleen, do you ever know when to give up? I've said it over and over again. You're not invited to move in and stay with me and my family. Plain and simple. I even spoke to Eden about it, and he's firmly against the idea of you living with us. Just think about it for a moment. Would anyone in their right mind allow someone without basic manners to come and live with them? Obviously not. Have I made myself clear enough, Kathleen?
What did you just blurt out? You insolent woman. Remember, you're just a humble servant, so you don't get a say in it. So why don't you zip it and let the queen handle her business, huh? Mama knows best. Only I know how to tackle all the chaos in this house and get things back on track. I bet you haven't even bothered lifting a finger for the housework and dump it all on my poor son, am I right? Do you even bother cooking for him? Or do you just let him fend for himself with fast food or frozen meals? And do you even remember to get the warm water ready for his shower or make his bed before he hits the hay?
What on earth are you going on about? Of course, I still share the everyday task with him. But let's be real here. He's a grown man, not a little child anymore. I'm pretty confident he can handle himself just fine.
Enough with the constant excuses. Just own up to it already. You're only spewing this stuff because you don't want to lift a finger for my son, and you're too darn lazy to think about anyone else but yourself. Now, where the heck is my son? What have you done with him? Did you stash him away in the basement to keep him quiet? I need to have a chat with Eden. He already gave me the green light to move in with you, and he can't just bail on me like this.
Oh, come on. Really? Eden is at work, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to be bothered by your ridiculousness.
Work? Is work more important than his own mother's existence? I'm sitting here like a fool at the train station, and all my son cares about is his job? Unbelievable! Fine, if my son is too busy, then you can get off your lazy ass and come pick me up instead. I swear, I'm gonna give you a good smack once I arrive. There's no excuse for mistreating your own mother-in-law and make her wait for so long. It's just plain rude and off. Take it from your highness, you mooch. Consider it's a life for a never-ending freeloader like yourself.
I'm sorry, but I really don't think I need any life lessons from you. So, if you'll excuse me, I have more important matters to attend to. Feel free to wait at the train station for as long as you please. Even until midnight, if that's what you're into. But I can assure you that nobody will come to your rescue. I've heard rumors about some sketchy thieves lurking around the station, specifically targeting women to rob their phones and cash. If I were in your shoes, I wouldn't want to hang around there for too long. Just a friendly word of advice.
Wait, thieves? Are you serious? Please don't dish me here, Tiffany. I'm genuinely freaked out. Can you please come and fetch me, pretty please? I mean, come on, I'm your mother-in-law. Show a little sympathy. Tiffany, are you there? Respond to your dear old mom-in-law right away. Mom-in-law right away. I'm dead serious here. No joke.
When the police arrived at my previous residence, they discovered a broken window, but Kathleen had already fled the scene of the crime. She attempted to hide and reached out to me for help, but I made the decision to report her to the police. They were able to locate her based on the location from which she sent her text messages and apprehended her shortly thereafter. Later on, it was revealed that following the death of her husband, Kathleen sold her house and went on a trip abroad to meet an individual she had encountered online, whom she referred to as her secret lover. Unfortunately, upon arriving in the foreign country, she realized it was a scam. Upon returning to her home country, Kathleen recklessly spent the substantial amount of money she had inherited within just 3 years, leading to her sudden interest in moving in with me and my husband. Due to the severity of the case, Kathleen was released from jail not long after. She was then compelled to reside in a homeless shelter where she receives meals and basic necessities. My only hope is that Kathleen can learn this experience and undergo personal growth. Given the attitude she exhibited during our exchanges, I shudder to think of the potential consequences if I had allowed her to live